chest. I collapsed to the floor in pain. "Honey, call the ambulance," I blurted out to my wife. As I lay on the floor, I looked at the photo of our children on the table. I remember thinking that this might be the last time I see them. My wife ran to my side. Thank God she was home. She dialed 911 and checked my blood pressure. It was 172, and I was having a heart attack. I knew I only had minutes before it would be too late. Just minutes. My wife, Melanie, on the phone with the emergency room and quickly got the insulin. Thoughts raced through my head as stabbing pains pierced my chest. The next thing I remember is waking up in the hospital with a doctor looking straight at me. My wife sitting by my side, tears streaming down her cheeks. My children standing near, looking at a father they have never seen before. I had heart disease and just had a heart attack, and I felt weaker and more helpless than I did in my entire life. I had high cholesterol, high blood pressure. I was taking all my prescribed medication, but nothing seemed to work. I was getting worse and worse until it hit me. "You could have died today," the doctor said kindly, looking at me and my family. "If you don't change something, you will have another heart attack in a month." I didn't want to believe it. I loved my wife and children, and my dreams was to hike the Grand Canyon one day. I remember laying there in tears and thinking about my family. This could have been my end, fading into a darkness forever, no longer being able to see the beautiful smiles on my children's and grandchildren's faces, not seeing them grow up, get married, or start their own families. As I lay there in the cool hospital room, I felt scared and ashamed, like never in my life. I could have done something sooner, I thought to myself. I would have left my family alone, without support or love. Having my wife and children go through unbearable pain to bury their father and husband? Just that thought alone made me even more scared. How could I do this to them, I thought. I turned to them and brought them close. I was still weak, but I remember some strength returning to me as nurses and doctors passed by our open door. I had IVs in my arm, and I was weak, tired, and ashamed. I never thought this could happen to me, but it was real. The heart attack was real. The hospital was real. And the fact that I could have died was very real. Why am I sharing this very personal story with you today? Well, this was the most painful, scary, and dreadful moment of my life. It forced me to go on a journey that changed everything in my life and the life of thousands of men and women around the world. When I would discover the real cause of heart disease and its symptoms, a truth that the heart disease industry seems to be keeping to themselves, whose entire business relies on you taking more and more medication until you suffer a heart attack, stroke, or fall into a coma. You see, unlike what you might have been told, your high cholesterol, LDL, blood pressure, or that unwanted weight is not the issue. The amount of exercise you do, the amount of drugs or pills you take, your genetics of family history, your weight or carbohydrate intake, but is instead all down to a destructive process inside the body of each heart patient and those who struggle with extra weight. That wreaks havoc on each cell and slowly destroys your body from the inside. Heart disease has become one of the leading causes of death worldwide, and according to the World Health Organization, around 17 million people worldwide died due to heart disease every single year. And not only that, but the cost of having this disease is absolutely crazy. Unfortunately, what we hear all too often is consumers don't realize until after they have a heart attack or stroke that their insurance coverage may not be adequate, says Dr. Polly Galbraith, Vice President and Chief Medical Director at Assurant Employee Benefits. An insurance provider says the lifetime cost of treating less severe heart attacks can reach $760,000. For a severe heart attack, the cost can reach $1 million. The figure includes indirect costs, such as lost productivity, as well as direct costs, such as hospitalization. The number one reason people go bankrupt in the USA is due to medical bills. You can leave your family homeless if you suffer any serious heart disease complication or end up dying from the condition. Even if you survive a deadly stroke or heart attack, your family's finances will be wiped out. This is scary, and this is why it's absolutely important for you to do everything in your power to stop this disease. And the good news is that there is an answer. By using a few simple foods and compounds 3 times a day, you can stop the deadly mechanisms that is making you sick. Known to a small tribe of the longest living people on planet Earth, the Hunza people of Pakistan, over 5,000 miles from home. That eating these compounds and reversing this nasty process in my body is so powerful that it allowed me and thousands of people around the world to see complete relief of heart disease and its symptoms, and repair and reverse the damage it has caused. This discovery not only saved me from another, most likely fatal heart attack, but in just a few weeks, reversed every single symptom of my heart disease. The plaque in my arteries is gone. My cholesterol is 93. My blood pressure is stable at 100, 110. All vitals stable, healthy, in perfectly normal ranges. Even my doctor was shocked and told me to continue what I was doing. He took me off all my medications, and I no longer need to take my cholesterol.
This is our revolutionary Amazing Health from Water ebook. This simple, life-giving liquid is more powerful than your medicine cabinet. Headaches, weight gain, high blood pressure, all proven to be symptoms of a dehydrated body. Learn how to lose weight, have no more daytime fatigue, improve your blood pressure, and much more simply by drinking the right water in the right amounts at the right time. And learn all about the harmful toxins, petrochemicals, and immunosuppressants floating in your tap water and how to remove them. A course valued at $49, absolutely free. Next up, the fourth free bonus for ITMC customers is the Suppressed MSG and Your Health ebook, valued at $32. That discloses one deadly food additive added to most foods on your grocery store shelves, which tricks your tongue to think your food is more nutritious, stimulates dangerous, unneeded insulin production, is as addictive as Valium, stimulates nerve degeneration and nerve cell death, and has been linked to deadly disorders. Just by eliminating this one food additive, you can reverse many dangerous ailments. If you add it all up, that's $207 worth of our products we are giving you for free. Bonuses are limited, so make sure to grab your spot right now. You now have two choices. Choice 1, go back to what you were doing. Take more pills, injections, and keep hoping you'll someday get better. Watch as your health deteriorates, and you might even end up in the hospital. Or choice 2, uncover the truth about this disease and join the tens of thousands who've used our methods with astounding results. Prescription drugs, cholesterol and blood sugar monitoring, heart pain, sleepless nights, reduced or eliminated. It's your life on the line. The decision is easy. Do you really want to live the rest of your life shackled to the fear of a heart attack, constant blood pressure and cholesterol readings, and prescription drugs? As a doctor, I've seen my share of dying heart disease patients, and you know what every single one of them says? They wish they did something sooner. Now ask yourself, your family, what do they deserve? Do your relatives, kids, or grandkids deserve someone who will be there for them, someone to share life and those precious family moments with? Or do they deserve a burden, someone who passes before his time and leads to heartache and tragedy? If not for yourself, do it for the people in your life. Whose graduation or wedding will you attend if you add another 20 years to your life? Doesn't that feel empowering? Do you really want to live the rest of your life shackled to constant blood sugar readings, needles, and prescription drugs? Instead, what about a life with no more fear? Isn't that worth fighting for? You know it is. So why are you still listening to me? There's an order button below. Hit the button, fill out the form on the next page. Otherwise, what are you waiting for? Are you going to wait until you suffer a devastating heart attack? Or maybe a stroke will get you moving to find a solution?